With an update on Sasha Banks and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. With WWE looking to host their Crown Jewel event in Saudi Arabia this Saturday, the Wall Street Journal has reported that Saudi Arabia received a warning from United States intelligence to brace for an imminent attack from Iran. As Dave Meltzer wrote on Twitter, the best term regarding Saudi Arabia would be monitoring the situation. All plans for the show at this moment, but you can't control the real world. PW Insider would additionally note that obviously WWE is promoting Crown Jewel in Riyadh this Saturday, and speaking to several at WWE, we were told that the show is set to still go forward and that the company already has security protocols and emergency contingencies in place for any issues. They are hopeful all will be fine. With Shawn Michaels wrestling his final match at the 2018 Crown Jewel event, Conrad Thompson reported what he heard HBK made for that bout on What Happened When. I do think it's interesting that this is Shawn Michaels' last match. He got paid a ton of money here, millions of dollars. I don't know if it's true, but I heard he got like $3 million for this match. If that's real, of course he had to wrestle again. Are you kidding? During a WWE live event, a fan apparently had asked Rhea Ripley to spit on their face, as she made sure to call those dirty little boys for this. On Out of Character with Ryan Satin, WWE star Butch spoke about his change in name and character going from NXT to the main roster. As he said, there's going to be times when you step into a different role, and I've been so serious for so long in NXT, and then when I was just getting to a point where I feel like I can be at the forefront of NXT instead of being that number 2 or number 3 guy, then it all changed, and that wasn't the direction anymore. For me, it was just a case of embracing what was given, whether that is something serious, a chance to make people laugh, excited, or sad. I'm going to have to embrace that. Anything that comes along, and hopefully at the end of my career, people will look back and go, okay, there were loads of great matches. I like this one, that one, and he made me laugh. What I will say, especially about the earlier Butch stuff, it's the first time in my career that people have stopped me in the street and said, you're my kid's favorite wrestler. It's always been before, you're my favorite wrestler. It's always been people around a similar age to me, that demographic, whereas now, it's now a lot more like, my kid loves you. And that was nice to see. Okay, I'm connecting with a different portion of the audience. Talking about the 24/7 title on NBC Sports Boston, Dana Brooke touched on her aspirations for a mid-card women's championship, saying, I've been wanting to transition the 24/7 title into an IC title. I think it would be amazing. We're building a roster. We have amazing women on the roster. With everyone coming back, why not? We have the tag team title, but not everyone is teamed up. You have these storylines that are going for the women's titles, but the rest are just little stories in the mix. Why not go for an IC title? This way, it's not secondary, it's just another thing to pour your heart and soul in and have that title and be given that opportunity and enhance the women's division. Brooke would also be asked about recently tweeting in response to Seth Rollins, where the latter star told Austin Theory jokingly that he should cash in his Money in the Bank contract for the 24/7 belt. Taking it many times, Sam Roberts, Corey Graves, and now Seth Rollins. They don't see what I do behind the scenes. It's always about an opportunity, and I'm waiting on that opportunity to come out there and show them what I can do. But behind the scenes, I'm working 24/7. I'm in the ring here. I'm working out at the gym. I do boxing classes. I work on promo skills, acting classes, everything. I'm doing it all and never missed a day of work ever. I've had deaths in the family. I've showed up to work that following week just because I want that opportunity. I really do. People always see what is showcased out there in the ring or what's on TV, but they never see how someone is working behind the scenes. I promise you, I'm the hardest working woman. I said talk is cheap because I have that aggression. I have that pent up, anger inside that I'm just ready to let out and show the world that I can do it. Trust me, I can do it. I'm just as good and as equal as every other woman on the roster. At the end of the day, my time will come. After making a return to WWE to challenge Ronda Rousey on SmackDown, Emma has announced that she is closing her premium content page, writing, "A note to my dearest friends. I could not be more excited to return to WWE, but unfortunately now I must bid goodbye to Brand Army and will be closing my account. I cannot express enough my deep, heartfelt gratitude for your love and support. My fans are my friends. The reason I do what I do, and it has been so incredible to get to know you. I've got some unfinished business to take care of now, and I hope to have all your support on this journey kicking some butt in WWE again. Love always, to Neil." Bonus items for you. I have a lot of content that I never got around to posting. Hundreds of photos. I will be splitting the rest of those up into 2 packages for $50 each. I will post one package shortly and another on Friday for you to purchase. I love you all. On the Swerve City podcast, Britt Baker touched on not taking time off from AEW due to injuries and gave her reason why. "I've never missed any episodes of TV with every broken bone and injury and this and that, so I'm just saying, what bone have I not broken at this point? My leg, my nose twice now, my wrist. I had a concussion, and I was at work every week because that's where I wanted to be. I had my nose surgery on a Monday, Dynamite was on a Wednesday. I was there cutting a promo because I wanted to be. And Tony Khan, you know Tony. He's the most caring, wonderful guy. But I was like, no, this is an opportunity. I'm going to have black eyes." When taken to Twitter to answer how physical therapy is going to heal his torn tricep, Cody Rhodes noted online that it's effing awful. "Every day we dig into the muscle, then I scream. Half the time I spot a tear flowing. It's a near impossible task getting a body part that had been shredded to 100% or hell even 90%. But on the worst of days, I have the best reason to not tap out." With Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley involved in a feud in WWE, former writer for the company, Freddie Prinze Jr., noted how he'd like to see these two face off in MMA. "People, I think, have wanted to watch these guys fight, and I've gotten to see a little bit. I always wanted these guys to fight in their prime, and it never really, matched up schedule-wise. It's like Bobby wasn't in WWE or Brock was in UFC. I would have loved to see them fight in mixed martial arts because they both have experience in that as well. It actually is probably the only match that I'm hyped for on the entire Crown Jewel card." Talking about the recent release of NXT star Bodhi Hayward, Brian Alvarez noted on Wrestling Observer Live that there is more to him being let go. "All I will say, because I don't know all of the details, but there was stuff going on. I guess the easiest way to describe it is apparently Bodhi was a handful. So it wasn't just, well, let's get rid of this guy or whatever, but I did hear from multiple people that it wasn't just, we're gonna cut some folks, we're gonna cut this person who was right in the middle of a storyline. There was more to Bodhi's story. That's really all I can say because I don't know what the more is. But you get a bunch of guys and whatever, and they're in Florida, and there's a loop, and God only knows what can happen." Hayward would also put out this statement regarding his release in the form of a video. Here's the clip.
"What up, Brodies? It's your boy, Bodhi Hayward. Brady Booker here to tell you that I was just released from the WWE. I'm hurt. I'm embarrassed. And Brodies, I'm just down bad. For the last 18 months, Andre Chase University and wrestling has been my whole life. But I am no stranger to adversity. Adversity is something that has come up my whole life, and I've always found a way to get on top. I will do it again. I'm Brady Booker, and I'm here to stay."
After suffering a concussion on AEW Dynamite against Jon Moxley, Hangman Page was mentioned by president of the company Tony Khan, who gave an update on the star when speaking to First Coast News. He's doing really well. I talked to him just in the past 24 hours and also saw him not long after he was officially cleared and saw him after he came back. Not long after we took him to the hospital and he got out. It was great to see him in good spirits that night. About 90 minutes after he got hurt, he was smiling and feeling pretty good. That's about as fortunate as we could be given that he got knocked out in the match. I thought the doctors and the referee handled it really well. That's what you have to do in a big fight. If one of the fighters is hurt, you need a referee that is going to come and do the right thing and stop the fight. The doctors took care of him, got him out of there. I thought John handled it well in his interview. He was very classy after, and once they safely got Hangman out of there, we saw going forward it's going to be Jon Moxley versus MJF. While Sasha Banks was seen with Bayley and was reportedly a WWE guest for the company's recent live event in Mexico City, it seems the creative team does not have any plans for her at this time. As Ringside News said, we've seen Sasha Banks pop up all over the place, but not in WWE. We've been told that Sasha Banks' name isn't coming up in the writer's room either. Talk about what's next for Ace Steel, who was relieved of his producing duties for AEW following his involvement in the backstage brawl after All Out. Dutch Mantel said on his podcast, "What I first read about him was he was helping protect the dog, correct? He was trying to get the dog out of the way or something. The big question is, if he's fired, who's going to look after that dog?" And I think it's coming from Punk, and I think now it's going to come from Ace Steel because of what? Punk is going to say you need to sue them. You need to sue them for firing you on something you had nothing to do with, and you were trying to protect a friend. Although they can win or not, I don't know, but it'll be settled out of court. Here's Tony Khan sitting there. I think I said this a couple of shows ago. He's sitting there on top of $1 billion, so I'm sure he's got a couple million to throw somebody's way just to get him out of the way. So I think that's what's going to happen. Everybody thinks it's CM Punk, the person who threatened legal action. Yeah, well, I do. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.